Just as these horoscopes are published, you have hours left to choose your tuition rate, as low as just $5 a class, to learn from these incredible astrologers at SYNCHRONICITYUniversity.com. Programs are starting the first week of January. You want to get in on this now. Brilliant astrologers like Cameron Allen, Stormy Grace, and all these other incredible people you see here. Join us at SYNCHRONICITYUniversity.com. Learn more, sign up now. Links are in the description below. Hello, fabulous superstar Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. Big energies start shifting in important ways before the month even begins. On New Year's Eve, Jupiter will go direct in fellow Earth sign Taurus. This is a part of the sky that has to do with fun and luck and joy. And boy, are you likely to feel it for New Year's Eve, as this energy is unleashed in a positive way. There's a sense now of engagement with those things that make you genuinely happy. But there's also an eye towards fulfillment, especially creative fulfillment, that feels especially important to you now. Where it is that you have children in your life, there can be a genuine sense of play and good news surrounding that as well. So Jupiter moves forward. It's at the height of its power as it's changing directions. Jupiter represents hope and optimism and excitement in a part of the sky that has to do with much of those things, with fun and happiness as well. So you can see here, it feels like there's endless opportunities as you're ending one year and starting another to experience that genuine joy that you desire. It is the first of the month that we are going to have Mercury direct in the sign just before yours. This might be the hangover, I have to say. And I say that because we are going to have Mercury kind of hanging tight, a square with Neptune. And that can feel kind of tiring. And especially given where that Mercury is going direct as well. Just be mindful to take the best of care of you at this time. Get as much rest as possible. I think that's going to be incredibly important for the first day of a brand new year as well. So be kind and gentle to you, especially as you're starting a brand new month and a brand new year, especially if you're feeling like you aren't thinking necessarily as clearly. It will pass. And it's important, I would say, as a general principle with this type of energy, not to make big life-changing decisions and choices, but especially given where it is that Mercury is right now and the fact that it's square Neptune, that does suggest that there are details there that are elusive to you. You are not seeing them, and they actually could be really important and part of deciding the next best steps for you. On the 27th of the month, Uranus will go direct, and Uranus goes direct in the same part of the sky we have Jupiter in. That heart-oriented part of the sky for you, that's fun, and it is open to the present moment and happiness and experiences and creative fulfillment as well. Now, Uranus, though, is a different type of energy than Jupiter, where Jupiter is optimistic and expansive. Uranus comes like a surprise and changes circumstances and leaps you into the future. And so this could be that big break you were hoping for, where it came to a creative project, whether it is in the process of creation or reaching other people with your creativity. That can happen now. This part of the sky has to do with windfalls and wild gains. Be careful with this in terms of placing a bet. If something is for you, it'll have a way of coming together, and it won't feel like there's any kind of fear of loss. That's just where you need to be careful. But if you stay in an energy of abundance and you want to get a lottery ticket and it's not a big deal to you, I would say these energies of Jupiter forward and Uranus forward, both days, you might want to get that lottery ticket. Outside of that, though, this can feel as if a matter related to a child you want or a child in your life now is able to move forward. There's clarity around that. And this can also be a sense of you feeling like you have this depth of appreciation now as to what it is you truly want in your heart of hearts. And that clarity comes like a flash, but it can change so much for you, including the choices you make navigating forward from here. We have important lunar events this month as well, and I am going to start with one of the most important events, lunarly speaking, I would even say of the year, but certainly this month, and that is a new moon in your sign. Normally, you get one new moon per sign per year. This is your moment, and it's like your personal new year happening on the 11th of the month. And so, yes, we have a new year celebration, which is great. For you, it might take that long to really feel like you're stepping into a brand new chapter with brand new energy. This new moon isn't too far away from Pluto. So there is some sense of consequence and some focus and intensity here. But we have this new moon speaking in supreme harmony with Uranus and speaking in harmony with Neptune as well. So these energies can be rather tricky in some ways. They can represent a sense of things changing, opportunities coming, feeling as if your understanding of self goes through an evolution very quickly. Whatever's near and dear to your heart, what matters to you most and first, can be part of what helps you to welcome in opportunity, but it's also a chance to see yourself differently in some way, to understand who you are, the truth of yourself on a level of identity in new ways can be positively liberating to you at this time. Now, as we navigate later in the month, it is going to be on the 25th that we will have this month's full moon. Now, this full moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your ability to access resources from financial institutions, for example, like grants and loans and scholarships and credit cards and benefits you qualify for example. But it also has to do more personally with change and truth and regeneration and transformation and deep self-honesty, how that serves as a springboard towards more meaningful change as well, can be part of the energy of this time. And so we have these powerful and important energies playing out that speak so strongly to an understanding of what really matters to you. This can be a deeply transformative full moon, but not necessarily the easiest energy. And that is because Pluto is standing across the sky from this full moon at this time. You know, I like to say, pace yourself and be yourself. You may really need to do that at this time with all the very strong emotion stirring within you. There is some truth there to uncover. But where you can, strive to be gentle with yourself as those powerful emotions may occur. At the same time, though, if it is that you're focused on trying to access money, for example, you're trying to get a loan, you're trying to get a higher something with your credit card, or you think you paid off a certain bill, now you're being told that you didn't, it can feel as if there are factors there that are not fair. However, the thing to remember is when we have such strong financial energy, it means that the money you need is there. Sometimes you need to take extra steps as you engage spiritual lessons as part of accessing it, which just might be the case now. Take one step at a time, knowing that the resources will be available to you. Now, where it comes to matters of love, in so many ways, you are so favored now. There is going to be a party brewing in your sign. On the 4th of the month, Mars moves into your sign. That gives you sort of this physical wake-up call. It brings with it a certain friskiness and a desire to connect with others that feels more on the surface. On the 23rd of the month, Venus enters your sign. And that brings with it a certain attractiveness. But don't forget Jupiter. Don't forget Uranus. These planets are in that heart-oriented part of the sky for you that, in addition to what I mentioned, also has to do with an understanding of romance and flirtation and what it is you need to feel loved. You might feel like you're finally able to move forward in those regards. For those of you open to meeting someone new, look, New Year's Eve, you are getting your flirt on. Chances are you're having a whole lot of fun. And yeah, that flirtation element is a part of the energy now. For all that, though, it's like one after the other. All these love-related energies are playing out. Jupiter going forward will make you aware of options. Mars is going to bring with it a certain courage and desire to connect with others, especially physically. And then we get Venus in your sign on the 23rd, and there's that sense of you just being a magnet. Energy like this does suggest that if you want to connect with others, there'll be lots of options available to you now. For those of you just starting to date someone, I really love that Jupiter direct because that energy can be so fun. It can be so lighthearted enough to allow love to grow. Now you add to it the element of Mars entering your sign, Venus entering your sign as well. And you can see that this is a month where connection and intimacy and a sense of attraction, a sense of openness to love, all of it grows more and more as you navigate this time. It just might be with this person that you've been getting to know. However, especially considering right out of the gate, we have that Jupiter direct, I would not be surprised if you ended up connecting with someone brand new and these energies came forward in the context of a brand new love that could present itself to you now. And for those of you in an established bond, well, a lot of these energies are oriented around fun, the fun, if you will, of being in love, of feeling loved. And I think that desire is going to be very much on the surface. Regardless of what has been, I think there are going to be a lot of Capricorns who feel a renewed sense of connection with their partners now, and a sense of your heart opening that much more. You're ready to enjoy the company of your partner that much more at this time, and you want to do things together that feel like they bring genuine joy to the both of you. That alone can nurture the love that the two of you share. If it is that you have felt for a long time that maybe you are not in the right relationship for you, there are several moments over the course of this month where that's going to stir very strongly. Not only because you might just have a flirtation, even if it's very innocent on the surface, that ends up being very meaningful to you, especially right out of the gate over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. However, it is that full moon later in the month, that truth-oriented energy that gets you more deeply honest with how you really feel. And if it is that this really is not someone to navigate forward with, that full moon is a very all or nothing energy that'll help you to decide the next best steps for you. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It is a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. As we get to the end of the month, on the 27th, Uranus goes direct, and then all major planets are going to be direct until the 1st of April. It is all systems go in many ways. There's going to be a sense of forward momentum going forward from here. Where it is that energy might have been stagnant before, it felt like you had to reflect, or it was 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Now it feels as if you are focused on where it is that you're heading. And for the most part, it is a heart-oriented place, a place that's fun, a place that brings genuine happiness. When that becomes more clear to you, when that becomes the priority, you start to experience that happiness and that joy everywhere you go. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded exclusive horoscopes, access to a monthly live party event online. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.